Good afternoon. Welcome back to another edition of DLAW. I'm your host, Attorney Darren Miller. Today, I'm going to tell you the reasons why Jalen Hurts is going to sign for at least $250 million. Boy, let's go way back, okay? Let's not even talk about what just happened. Playing an unbelievable Super Bowl. He had one of the best Super Bowl performances of all time. Especially with his very limited experience, I expected him to perform well, but at this level, some of those picture-perfect passes that he made were just unbelievable. Tom Brady, John Elway, I've seen some of the best of them, but some of the decisions that he was making, some of the passes he was making, the way in which he was moving on his feet, distributing the ball, he did it like he's been doing it for 15 years. And let's face it, if you go back and look at his history, he has. Before I get to all that, let's go back and talk about who Jalen Hurts really is. He's a hometown kid from right here in Texas. Okay, he grew up in Port Arthur. He went to school out here. So then he moves on to college. And he moves on to play at the University of Alabama. My sister went to Alabama. And so, of course, we've been watching him perform for years and years and years. Even when he went there, kicked butt, killed it, did everything he was supposed to do, and he lost his job. He lost his position to Tua. I did not agree with that position. I do not believe that he should have lost that position. Especially performing and doing all the magical things that he was doing, he shouldn't have lost his job. But what did he do when he lost his job? Great teammate, didn't speak ill of anyone. He did his job. He is a company man. Okay, he works hard, he takes care of his business. He's been that way the entire time. He is a good decision maker. We know that. So he won at Alabama. Okay? And then clearly they've turned away from him. They're going to go with Tua. So he has to do what? He's got to move on to Oklahoma. He moved on to Oklahoma. And what did he do there? He performed extremely well. He moved from the SEC over, of course, to the Big 12. Big 12. We left them a long time ago. A&M, we're the best conference. Okay, we can talk about that later. That's for another conversation. And he did well at Oklahoma. He performed, right? And then he gets drafted and moves on to Philadelphia. Jalen, the one great thing that he did at Alabama and at Oklahoma, and in bringing it to the college, to the NFL, he works hard and takes care of business. Why he's going to get paid, okay? Look at the history of what Philadelphia has done, okay? Look at what they've done. Look at the last quarterback that they had in this position, Carson Wentz. Where is Carson Wentz? Is he even in the NFL anymore? Okay, Carson Wentz, at the time, Carson Wentz, they paid him. He was the highest paid quarterback in the league, okay? And after that, after they paid him, he was a flop. So naturally, a lot of people are thinking, oh gosh, are they going to have the same type of problems if they pay Jalen? Well, they're not, okay? One of the things that this proves, right, is that you can pay a quarterback a ridiculous amount of money because they paid Carson Wentz more than any other quarterback at the time. Go back and check. I did. They paid him more than anyone else. It ended up being not the best decision, but fast forward to now. This team is loaded. It is stacked. They made it to the Super Bowl. A Super Bowl they should have won, even in spite of making the wrong decision with regards to paying him a ton of money, okay? One of the things that they have to do, they're going to have to pay him at least fair market value. And there's no question that Jalen is one of the 10 best quarterbacks in the league. There's just no question about it. I'm going to say this. I'm going to put him in the top 7. I believe that Jalen Hurts is one of the top 7 quarterbacks in the league. I don't think there's any question about it. If he's one of the top 7 young quarterbacks in the league, he has to be paid as such. This is fair market value. There's a lot of quarterbacks in the league this year looking for new deals. And here's the problem with Philadelphia. They could have got this deal done weeks ago, before the Super Bowl. Sign into an extension, save themselves a lot of money, but they chose not to. That was a mistake. I can guarantee you they're not going to compound their mistakes by letting one of the top quarterbacks in the league get away. That eagle isn't flying anywhere. He's staying right there. And because of that, they're going to have to pay him, I'm telling you, close to, or if not more, than $50 million a year. That is my prediction. That's what I'm telling you. They're going to sign him to at least a 5-year deal for $250 million. Last time I checked, that's $250 million with a B. Just tell you guys, this is an easy decision. This is not even a tough decision to make with regards to whether or not they should pay him. Has he performed? Without any doubt. Has he taken good care of business? You got it. Look at his character. His character is unbelievable. We don't have problems with him. Look at he does not get too high nor too low regardless of what's going on. When he was facing all that adversity in college, he didn't talk mess and I screw Alabama, all this kind of stuff. He kept his mouth shut, took care of his business, and took care of it on the field. That's what you're looking for in a leader, okay? His teammates gravitate towards him. They listen to him. They respect him, okay? He is someone that the city of Philadelphia can feel good about as a good citizen, okay? A good steward of what they're looking for. So that's character issues alone, other than the performance, other than the fact that he is deserving of this fair market valuation. There's no questions they've got to do this for him. And they will. They're going to get this deal done. We talked about college life. We talked about him losing his job. We talked about the transition between Alabama and Oklahoma. Another reason they have to pay him is that he has been questioned repeatedly with regards to his skill set. Okay? He's been questioned with regards to, can he throw a crisp enough ball? He's been questioned with regards to even some people, even his durability. What else do you want? All these questions have been answered, okay? Look at the numbers when he's on the field. He wins almost every time when he's on the field. Again, I'm talking about the skill set this last year, but look at the record. It speaks for itself. When he's in and he's playing, Philadelphia wins. When he's not, it's a crapshoot. You want a player like him in the game. You want people gravitating around him, supporting him, okay? They have got him on almost a freebie right now, and because his price tag has been so low, they've been able to put all these other pieces, surround themselves with good players. That is why they're back in the Super Bowl. But you know what you don't do when you make it to the Super Bowl and you do all these things? You don't let the key component fly away, okay? Because if he gets out on the open market, which he's not, but if he was to go to another team, there would be everyone will absolutely go crazy to try and get his services, okay? So he is not going anywhere. He's just not. You know, old D. Miller is a businessman, right? Do a few other things other than the law. But just studying the economics and the finance of this, it is the absolute best decision in the world for the Eagles to sign this guy. And I am so excited. He's such a good player, a good citizen, a good man, someone I've watched meticulously since Alabama, all the way to Oklahoma, now in the league. And he's taking care of business at all levels. Kudos to him. I'm going to tip my hat already to Philadelphia because I know they're going to pay this man, and we're going to be able to watch him do his thing for many years to come. So guys, that is my opinion. That's what I think about Jalen Hurts, the Philadelphia Eagles, and everything else. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I on base? I am on base. But I'm just kidding. I want to hear your opinions. Tell me where I'm right. Tell me where I'm wrong. What have I missed? What other factors am I not thinking about? I think I've covered all the bases. But in the comments, let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know. What else do we need to be talking about? There's a number of issues here. NFL season has just ended. We got a new one coming up. What else y'all want to talk about? Let me know. This is D. Miller, and this is DLAW.
I'm attorney Darren Miller, and that's DLAW.